Start.
A very good morning to one and all present here. In this auspicious day, where the Library and Information Center and Department of Management Studies PG, in association with Institutions Innovation Council KSRCAS, had organized a webinar on the topic of Growth of Entrepreneurs in India by Dr. C. Paramasivan sir. It's my pleasure to welcome all participants for this program.
The head who tirelessly put his effort to design, rethink, and plan to take the college to the next level. I'm happy to welcome Dr. K.M. Prabhu Shankala sir, President, IICTE, Head Electronics and Communication, to welcome the gathering with your cordial speech, sir. I welcome you, sir.
Respected chairman of this institution, respected vice chairman of this institution, respected principal, Dr. V. Radhakrishnan, respected today's chief guest, Dr. C. Paramasivan, assistant professor and research advisor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Thanthai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science, Tiruchirappalli. Vice President, Dr. G. Suresh Kumar, convener, Professor J. Tamil Selvan, and organizers of this program, Dr. Lada Agustina Jairaj Madam, Dr. Suresh, and Dr. Vanita, and all the faculty members, participants, student participants. I welcome you everyone for this Impact Lecture Series. So in this Impact Lecture Series, sponsored by Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, MIC, New Delhi, we are conducting two sessions of programs related with entrepreneurship, startup, innovative design, and IPR. The same would be the themes of the Institutions Innovation Council. And today's program, we have selected two themes: entrepreneurship and startups. In morning lecture, the theme is entrepreneurship. Under the entrepreneurship theme, the title is Growth of Entrepreneurs in India. Regarding the same, will be handled by Dr. C. Paramasivam, our today's chief guest. I hope this program will be very much useful for our students who are studying management, commerce CA, and all other remaining courses, and it will be also useful for the other participants also. Let me take over the session to next to felicitation. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The one who is the most respectful guide, a mentor, and a motivator for us in our academic journey. He is none other but our beloved Dr. V. Radhakrishnan, sir, Principal of KSRCAS, to deliver a presidential address. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Mosi. Good morning, everyone. I'm Vice Chairman and our beloved Director, the President of IIC, Dr. Lal, Vice President, Dr. Venkatesh, and Dr. Suresh, the Chief Librarian of KSR College of Arts and Science. Above all, the distinguished chief guest of today's program, Dr. Paramasivam from Thanthai Periyar Government Arts College, Tiruchirappalli, and Madam Lada Agustina, coordinator, and other participants. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. When we talk about employers and employees try to seize opportunities, whereas employers create opportunities. And successful employers are actually successful entrepreneurs. And under the aegis of the institution innovation cell, today we have organized a topic which is very relevant and which is very poignant. And I'm really happy that our chief guest has kindly consented to be with us to deliver his key takeaways. Thank you very much, sir. I thank you on behalf of our Arts and Science College and also on behalf of IIC for being with us today. And I'm sure that the takeaways will be really, really helpful. And let us develop entrepreneurs. Through that, let's create employment opportunities and let's create a society which is economically stronger, a nation which is culturally and economically sound and stronger. Thank you and good day.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to call upon Dr. S. Agustina Lata, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Management of PG, to give introduction to resource person. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. To enlighten this session, I feel proud to brief few words about our Chief Resource, Dr. C. Paramasivan, sir, Assistant Professor and Research Advisor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Thanthai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science, Trichy. His academic credentials are: he had completed MCom from Pondicherry University, MPhil from Gandhigram Rural University, MA Economics from MK University, MBA Periyar University, MSc Psychology from TNOU, PhD from Periyar University, MLISC Periyar University, DLIT from International Economic University, and also he had completed SLET in Commerce from Bharatidasan University and NET in Management Studies. He had completed his academic voyage of 22 years. During his journey, Sir is proud to be a guide of 60 MPhil scholars and 23 PhD scholars who has got awarded under him, and 4 students are pursuing PhD under him. He is very time conscious and always experts his work to complete the program in time and is doing well-being for the students community. Sir possesses the credit of publishing 180 articles in national and international journals and attended more than 200 seminars and conferences. Sir has acted as a resource person in more than 200 programs. He had undertaken more than 4 research projects sponsored by ICSSR and UGC. He is the author and published more than 30 books in various areas on finance, banking, entrepreneurship, international trade, human rights, etc. Not only in his discipline, but also he is a fellow member in Indian Accounting Association. United Writers Association, Union Committee, also published more than 5 books in Tamil. He is a good organizer and organized more than 20 sponsored seminar conferences FDP with UGC, NHRC, ICSSR, NHRC, RGIYD, EDI, and ICT Academy, ICWA. His awards and recognitions are numerous. He is the recipient of Best Teacher Award, Tamil Seva Summit Award, Young Social Scientist Award, Dr. Ambedkar Social Service Award, Outstanding Academician Award, Research and Advisor Award, Best Research Supervisor Award, etc. His footprints are not limited to academic field, but also he is a fellow members in Indian Academic Researchers Association, United Writers Association of India, life member in Indian Accounting Association, Indian Commerce Association Society for the Advancement of Library and Information Science, and also in Indian Social Psychology Association. His recent publications are also large, which shows he's a hardworking, passionate personality, a good researcher and a person who aims to fix and achieve the goal. He toils day and night. His publication also focus on the well-being of the society and on the students' development. He is a good organizer and organized more than 20 seminars and conferences FDP with UGC, NHRC, ICSSR, NHRC, RGIYD, EDI, and ICT Academy. His awards and recognitions are numerous. He is the recipient of Best Teacher Award, Tamil Seva Summit Award, Sir, sir,
Yes,
can you?
madam.
Ah,
Yeah, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I feel proud to invite the most eminent personality and academician and as a researcher, Dr. C. Paramasivan sir, Assistant Professor and Research Advisor at Thanthai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science in Trichy to take over this valuable session.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Most respected, the principal of KSR College, respected vice principal, respected president of Institution Innovation Council, vice president, respected coordinator of this program, and my dear participants, a warm good morning, one and all present here. So I'm very happy to be here as a person to share my views and experience relating to entrepreneurship. You know very well, we are all in the higher educational institution for the purpose of getting some things in the form of salary or in any monetary benefits. As a student, we think that after getting our degree, we will get the job. The job will give some decent salary. That salary will meet the family expenses. So that is enough for our life. But it is not correct. Beyond the salary, beyond the employment, there is some challenges in our life. In that way, today we are going to discuss the new challenges or the emerging dimension in the field of education or in the field of innovation or even in the field of the social life. The concept is called as entrepreneurship. Of course, it is the age-old concept. It is the age-old concept. Whereas now it became very popular. Why? Because there is a need of entrepreneurship is more and more at present. Very particularly during this pandemic period, we must understand the impact of entrepreneurship in our society and in our personal life. So that today we are going to discuss some things about the entrepreneurship. So before that, now I would like to share my presentation. Please wait. Please. Is it visible, sir? So please, anyone?
Sir?
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
visible,
Yes,
madam?
sir, audible.
It is visible. Yes, sir.
Visible.
The presentation is visible.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So today the topic is the growth of entrepreneurship in India. So in this presentation, today presentation, so I'm going to discuss about the what is an entrepreneur, what is the definition of entrepreneur, what are the different types of entrepreneur, what are the characteristics of entrepreneurship, importance of entrepreneurship, functions of entrepreneurship, process or steps involved in entrepreneurship, startup ecosystem in India, what are the challenges faced by the Indian startup, factors affecting entrepreneurship growth, institutions for entrepreneurship development, and conclusion. So first we will discuss what is the purpose of the education. You know that the education will provide two important purposes. One is the employment and another one is entrepreneurship. The employment, you know that after getting your degree, you will get some job in private or government concern. When you get the job in private or government concern, you will get a sizable salary, income. With that income, you can meet your family expenses or your personal expenses up to your retirement. But after retirement, you know that even in the government employee, those who have joined 2000 before, after 2004, they are not eligible to get the pension. So after retirement, even though those who are working in the government service, there's no income. Whereas, suppose if you are going to involve in any kind of business or entrepreneurship activities, it will be your life. So up to your life, this entrepreneurship will help you. So it will create lot of income to you. And also after your life, it will be the assets of your family. So your future generation will also carry on this business and they can make more profit or more income from this entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is the asset. We should think like that only, so that we have to focus more and more on entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneur? Who is entrepreneur or what is a entrepreneur? Who is
Sir, please unmute your. Hello, ma'am.
Sir,
Ma'am, audible இல்ல ma'am. Sir வந்து mic off இருக்காரு.
sir, sir, it's not audible, sir.
Sir, please unmute the mic, sir. It is at the mute. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. So in my presentation, some of the important, is it audible, madam?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes,
Now
Yes.
audible, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So what is the purpose of education? The purpose of education, we already discussed, that is the two important purpose of education. One is employment, another one is the entrepreneurship. That employment means after getting your degree, you will go to some organization and you will work and you will get some salary. So this salary will enough or it will help to meet your family expenses. Whereas the entrepreneurship, so you will take some business or you will take some risk. Based on that risk, you will get more income and that will be helpful to your family in a sustainable and in a prestigious manner in the society. So that is the major difference between the employment and entrepreneurship. So if you taken a chance to act as a employee in an organization, so you can work up to your retirement, maybe 60 years. After that, you are not able to getting any income. So you will face some problems in your future. Whereas when you take up the entrepreneurship as your career, it will be up to your life. And after that, this business will be the assets of your family. So your family person may take this business into some other stages. For examples, you see that the Reliance, when the Reliance, it started from a small business. Now it is one of the very big business in our country. Not only in our country, it is a world famous business. So likewise, every business become very popular or very fast growing in the second generation or the third generation. So that generation or your generation will enjoy more and more in their life with the help of your business. So that you must take the responsibility to become a entrepreneurship. That is the purpose of this presentation. Okay. Now, the next question is, what is entrepreneur or who is the entrepreneur? So entrepreneur is an individual. So entrepreneur is an individual who create a new business bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. You see that one who want to take business or one who want to create new business and bearing most of the risk, those who are ready to take risk, they can become an entrepreneur. So when you take the risk, what will happen? You will take more reward. So that is the ultimate aim of the entrepreneur. The process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. So those who are creating new business and taking risk and enjoying reward, this process is called as a entrepreneurship. Okay, the entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, as a sources of new idea, goods, service, and business or producer. So entrepreneur is normally is an innovator. Who is the innovator? One who find new ideas or a process or a goods or a service or methodology. He is called as a innovator. You see that suppose you want to do something in your life, it may be some innovative idea. So you know that there is one examples in our life, Swiggy and Zomato. You see that when this business was started, the people were laughed. The people were against it or criticized their business. How the people doing this kind of business? Who will be buy the food in online? It is not working. It is not good for the business. It cannot success in the life. Whereas now what is happening? The Swiggy and the Zomato is dominating in the online food delivery industries in our country. So this is one kind of innovative idea to deliver a goods from one person to another person. So these kind of activities are called as a entrepreneur or entrepreneurship. Okay, now what is the definition of the entrepreneur? So there are three important definitions you have to understand. When you want to study about the entrepreneurship, you must understand three important definitions. The first one is Stumpeter. Stumpeter is the father of entrepreneurship. He is the father of entrepreneurship. According to the Stumpeter point of view, entrepreneur is an advanced economy, is an individual who introduce something new in economy. One who introduced something new in the economy is called as a entrepreneur. This is the major points of the Stumpeter definitions. So those who are introducing new technology or new invention in the economy is called as a entrepreneur. And another important definition given by the Adam Smith. You know that Adam Smith is the father of economics. So he has given some definition to entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is an individual who forms an organization for commercial purpose. Suppose if any person who forms the organization for commercial
meeting
purpose
attend பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்பா.
is called as a entrepreneur.
ஆமாங்கப்பா.
So another definition.
அது 11 மணிக்கு அம்மா சாப்பிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Participant, please mute your mic.
முடிஞ்சிருந்தா நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay. Participants, please, or host, please mute the participant mic.
Okay.
Then another important definition given by the Peter Drucker. He is also one of the very famous modern management author who has given the definition. Entrepreneur is one who always search for change, responds to it, and exploits its opportunity. So one who always search for change is called as a entrepreneur. So that you must understand these three definitions, which will help to understand who is an entrepreneur. The next, what are the different types of entrepreneurs are there? We know that entrepreneurs is a person who involve any kind of business activities. Who is entrepreneur? யார் ஒருவர் ஒரு தொழில்ல ஈடுபடுறாங்களோ he is called as a entrepreneur. Whereas, what are the different types of entrepreneurs are there? So you see that n number of entrepreneurs are there according to their characters and their activities. So here you see that innovative entrepreneurs. Who is innovative entrepreneur? One who introduce any innovative idea or process or methods or technology in their business is called as a innovative entrepreneur. யார் ஒருவர் புதுமையான தொழில்நுட்பத்தையோ அல்லது புதுமையான மெத்தடையோ அல்லது ப்ராசஸையோ அல்லது வழிமுறைகளையோ அறிமுகப்படுத்தி அதன் மூலமா ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்றாரோ he is called as a innovative entrepreneurs. You know that at present lot of innovative entrepreneurs are there. Even with the help of these social media, YouTube and other social media, some people became an entrepreneur. Some people become an entrepreneur with the help of these latest technology and development. Then another entrepreneur is called as imitating entrepreneurs. Imitating entrepreneurs. Who is imitating? Imitate பண்றது அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். அப்ப imitating அப்படின்னா என்ன அப்படின்னா one who follow the successful entrepreneurs methodology and techniques is called as a imitating entrepreneurs. He will not introduce any innovations. இவர் வந்து என்ன பண்ண மாட்டாரு, இவர் வந்து புதுசா ஒரு டெக்னாலஜியோ ஒரு ப்ராசஸையோ இவர் வந்து கண்டுபிடிக்க மாட்டாரு, அறிமுகப்படுத்த மாட்டாரு. யாராவது ஒருத்தர் சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா ஆண்டர்பிரனர் ஒரு டெக்னாலஜியோ ஒரு ப்ராசஸையோ புதுசா அறிமுகப்படுத்தினாங்கன்னா அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி இவர் வந்து இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணுவார், அதை வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்றாரு. ஹி இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் எ இமிட்டேட்டிங் ஆண்டர்பிரனர்ஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ இமிட்டேட் பண்றது, ஒரு பிசினஸை இமிட்டேட் பண்றது. வி கேன் சி if any new business emerge in the market, immediately same kind of business will come. ஒரு நீங்க கூட பார்க்கலாம், ஏதாவது ஒரு 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 இடத்துல இப்போ உங்க காலேஜுக்கு முன்னால ஒரு 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 ஜெராக்ஸ் கடை வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அது நல்லா ஓடிச்சு அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணுவாரு, பக்கத்துல இன்னொரு ஜெராக்ஸ் கடை வந்து கொண்டு வருவாங்க. So this is called as a imitating entrepreneurs. Then the Babyan entrepreneurs. He is very conscious about to introduce anything in the business. Babyan அப்படிங்கிறவர் வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கவனமா எச்சரிக்கையாக செயல்படக்கூடிய entrepreneurs. He will not blindly introducing any technology or anything in their business. அவர் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப எச்சரிக்கையா ரொம்ப அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி வாட்ச் பண்ணி அனலைஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு டெக்னாலஜியோ ஒரு ப்ராசஸையோ ஒரு மெத்தடையோ இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்றாரு அப்படின்னா he is called as a Babyan entrepreneurs. Then another entrepreneur is called as a drone entrepreneur. Drone entrepreneurs is a somberi. He will not introduce anything in new manners. He will hesitate to introduce a new technology or process. ஏதாவது ஒரு புதுசா ஒரு டெக்னாலஜியோ ஒரு மெத்தடோ நீங்க இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணுங்கன்னா அதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு சார். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ், சப்போஸ் he is a very famous businessman. இப்போ நம்ம போய் என்ன சொல்றோம், சார் இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ஆன்லைன் பேமெண்ட் பேடிஎம் ஜிபே இதெல்லாம் நீங்க வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க சார், அப்பதான் வந்து இட் வில் பி வெரி நைஸ், பீப்புள் வில் கம் அப்படின்னா அதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு சார், பணம் காசு கொடுத்தா பொருள் கொடுக்குறேன், இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு தேவையில்லாத வேலை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு they will not allow or they will not introduce a new technology. He will hesitate to introduce new technology. That is called as a drone entrepreneurs. The another important entrepreneur is called as a social entrepreneur. Who is social entrepreneur? The social entrepreneur, one who involves somebody's or one who make somebody's as an entrepreneur is called as a social entrepreneur. The social entrepreneur அப்படிங்கிறவர் என்னன்னா இவர் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவாரு அப்படின்னா நிறைய ஆண்டர்பிரனர்களை உருவாக்குவாரு. You see that Muhammad Yunus, he got Nobel Prize. He is from the Bangladesh. He created Grameen Bank. Grameen Bank அப்படின்னு ஒன்று கிரியேட் பண்ணி யாரெல்லாம் தொழில் தொடங்குறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து கடன் கொடுத்தாரு. அப்ப அதனால நிறைய பேர் வந்து பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சு they became a entrepreneur. So that is called as he introduced the concept of the microfinance and self-help group like that. So the social entrepreneur. So அவர் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு, he will not do any business, but he will provide some facilities to make people make them as a entrepreneur. So this is called as a social entrepreneur. Then agricultural entrepreneur, even it may be called as a agropreneur. Those who are involving agriculture related business, they are called as a agropreneur or agricultural entrepreneur. For examples, those who are selling vegetables, or those who are dealing with agricultural equipments, seeds, pesticides, instruments, so fertilizers, this kind of things, those who are dealing. So they are called as a agricultural entrepreneurs. Then another entrepreneur is called as a women entrepreneur. You know that now it is also very popular. Most of the women are willing to become an entrepreneur. Lot of facilities and provisions are available to become a women entrepreneur. The government is encouraging and providing financial assistance to women to be an entrepreneur in their life. So this is the women entrepreneur. Then another, that is the Dalit entrepreneurs. You know that the socially weaker section, so the socially downtrodden people want to become entrepreneur. So if they want to become an entrepreneur, lot of struggles and a lot of problems are there. So if the government will support, and if they become an entrepreneur, there will be a social justice and equalization in our society, so that the Dalit entrepreneurs also playing a major role in our economy. Then youth entrepreneurs. Who is youth entrepreneurs? Those who are below 30 years. If anyone is starting the business below 30 years, they are called as a youth entrepreneurs. You know that nowadays, lot of startups are owned by the youth entrepreneurs only. Then technopreneurs, those who are using the technology and become an entrepreneur, is called as a technopreneur. Then edupreneur, who is edupreneur? That means those who are associated with the academic and education related business or academic and education related activities. They are called as a edupreneur. So you see that ACAS or Sangara AS Academy, this kind of people are comes under the edupreneurs. Then another very important types of entrepreneur is called as a chain entrepreneur. Chain entrepreneur அப்படின்னா யாரு அப்படின்னா, so they will start the business. They will start the business and sell the business to somebody. They will not hold business for long times. ஒரு பிசினஸ் வந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு கொஞ்ச நாள் கழிச்சு அதை வித்துருவாங்க. அப்புறம் திரும்ப ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க, அதை கொஞ்ச நாள் கழிச்சு அவங்க வந்து இன்னொரு தட்டை வித்துருவாங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய பர்சன் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் எ செயின் entrepreneurs. Because if I want to become an entrepreneur, I don't know anything how to start the business, what are the things are needed to become an entrepreneur. Whereas if already started the business, if I am going to occupy that business, I can easily manage. So they are taking this kind of opportunity and to become a chain entrepreneurs. So these are some of the examples of the types of entrepreneurs. Then another important thing is the characteristics of entrepreneurship. What are the features? ஒரு தொழில் முனைவோருடைய ஒரு சிறப்பு இயல்புகள் என்ன? So that is very important things we have to understand. Suppose even you want to become an entrepreneur. So the purpose of this program is to motivate the students to become an entrepreneur. Why you want to become an entrepreneur? If you are an entrepreneur, you will create lot of job. So you will create lot of job. So the economy will grow, employment opportunity will be possible. So for that purpose only, the government is insisting to create the awareness and motivating youngsters to become an entrepreneur. Okay. So the first character, very important characters of the entrepreneur is ability to take a risk. Risk taking. What is that risk taking? Risk taking is one of the very important characters of the entrepreneur. ஒரு தொழில் முனைவோருக்கு மிக முக்கியமான கேரக்டர், ஒரு குணாதிசயம் அப்படின்னா அது என்னது அப்படின்னா ரிஸ்க் டேக்கிங். Why people are not ready to take business entrepreneurship? Because the entrepreneurship is associated with more risk. Even you are all studying about commerce and management. Suppose after complete your degree, what you will think in your mind? So you want to get a job. It may be the white collar job. Okay, you will get some 50,000, 1 lakh salary per month. So you will enjoy the life. So morning 10 o'clock you will go to the office, and evening 5 o'clock you come back from the office, and you will enjoy everything. Saturday, Sunday will be holiday, and you have no risk. Every month you will get the salary, whether the company is growing or not, whether the company is making profit or not. That is not related with to you. So every month you will get the salary, so you will enjoy your life. Whereas if you want to start the business, is it possible? You can go to 10 o'clock to your business, and you can come back 5 o'clock to your home. It is not possible. And you have to meet lot of risk. Sometimes you will not get any profit. Usually the first 1 or 2 years you will not get any profit from your business. When you start the business, first 1 or 2 years you will not get any profit, or you will not get any return. So what you need to take the challenge, you need to take a risk. Okay, no problem. So third year or fourth year I will get more profit from my business. So that kind of ability is needed to become an entrepreneur. Then another important thing is that innovations. Innovations is very important things. You know that every people are doing business. Many people are doing business. Even you want to start a tea stall, or you want to start a business, any business. Already the tea stall is there. How you will promote your tea stall? You see that everywhere tea stall is there. Now there is one new uh, startup were emerged in the tea stall business. Tea Time. You know that? You know that Tea Time. That is one of the brand name. Tea Time. So they started business everywhere. They started business everywhere in Tamil Nadu, not only in Tamil Nadu, all over the country. They have given the branches, so they will start the tea stall in the name of the tea time. So what is that tea time? So they provide some pleasant environment to take tea. That is the very important things. It will be something different from the ordinary tea stall. நீங்க ஒரு ஒரு ஆர்டினரியா நம்ம டீ குடிக்கிற கடையை விட இது கொஞ்சம் டிஃபரெண்டா, கொஞ்சம் ஒரு வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும். The same tea will be available. அதுக்கு இதுக்கும் பெரிய டீ குடிக்கிற டீல எல்லாம் ஒன்றும் பெரிய வித்தியாசம் இருக்காது. Whereas the manners which they provide tea to the customer is different from the conventional or the traditional tea shop. ஒரு சாதாரண கடையில கொடுக்கறத விட இவங்க கொடுக்கறது வந்து ஒரு வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும். அங்க சேர் போட்டிருப்பாங்க, ஒரு 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 பிளசன்ட் லுக்கிங்கா இருக்கும். ஸோ இட் வில் அட்ராக்ட் த யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் வந்து கவர்ற மாதிரி அது மாதிரி பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் இன்னோவேஷன். So you should not worry. You need not worry about. So this business is already available. That business is already available. When you introduce any innovation in your business, definitely you can success in your business. Okay, that is the innovation. Then visionary. What is the visionary? Visionary means the future thinking, the future trend. What will be the future trend? Suppose you want to start a business. You want to start the business. Now it is very demandable product. Whereas what will be the demand in future? You must think about that. So that way you have to think. This is one of the important characters of the entrepreneurship. Then leadership quality. The entrepreneur, one who organize resources. entrepreneurங்கிறவர் யாரு? ரிசோர்சஸ் வந்து ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணக்கூடியவர். அப்போ he must have some leadership quality. What do you mean by leadership quality? He must be able to dominate their subordinates. He must be able to meet the customers. He must be able to face the suppliers. He must able to challenge the future struggles and risk everything. So that is called as a leadership quality. So every person, very particularly the entrepreneurs, must have some leadership quality. Then open-minded. Open-minded means he must ready to accept the failures. He must ready to accept the criticism given by the customers and the public. So whatever criticism or whatever negative informations about your business, you must ready to accept. Based on that, you have to rectify it. That is called as a open-minded. Then flexible. There is a need of flexibility of entrepreneurs. So everywhere, if there is no flexible, you cannot run your business or you cannot do your business. You must flexible with the customers. You must flexible with the public. You must flexible with the bureaucratist. You must flexible with all other people, those who are involved in the business activities. So that is very important things. Then know your product. You must know about your product. What is your product? What is the demand for your product? How this product can be sell in future? So that kind of things are needed. That kind of awareness is needed to be a successful entrepreneur in your life. And another thing is that importance of the entrepreneurs. What are the importance of the entrepreneur? So entrepreneurs are innovators. You know that. Entrepreneurs are the innovators. Every innovations is mainly for the purpose of commercialization. If there is no commercialization, nobody will involve anything in the society. ஒரு ஒரு புதுசா கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாங்கன்னா எதுக்காக கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாங்க? அதை வந்து வியாபாரமாக்குறதுக்காக தான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாங்க. அப்ப வியாபாரமாக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு தன்மை இல்லைன்னா nobody will do anything. They will not do any innovations. So entrepreneurs are the innovators. So entrepreneurs are innovating, find out lot of innovations in their business. Then entrepreneurs create job. You see that now you can get the job. Even in your college, there will be a placement services. So campus interview. So many of the private concern will come and will give the job opportunity to the youth, youngsters, educated people. So how it is possible? Only when the entrepreneurs are going to increase. So entrepreneurs are creating job for the skilled and semi-skilled people. Entrepreneurs improve the standard of living. It is also possible because if there is no entrepreneurship, there is no job. If there is no job, there is no expenditure habit or buying habits. If there is no buying habit, then we cannot improve our standard of living. So entrepreneurs are help to improve the standard of living. So entrepreneurs are philanthropist. Philanthropist means they are giving some donations. They are giving some contribution to the society. You see that many, even yesterday, Adani donated 60,000 crores to the country for some developmental activities on behalf of his 16th years of birthday. அவர் வந்து அவருடைய 60வது பிறந்த நாளுக்கு 60,000 கோடி ரூபாய் வந்து கொடுத்திருக்கிறார். So this is one kind of philanthropist activities of the entrepreneurs. இது யாரால கொடுக்க முடியும்? entrepreneurஆல தான் கொடுக்க முடியும். ஒரு மாச சம்பளம் வாங்குறவனால அவ்வளவு பணம் கொடுக்க முடியுமா? It is not possible. The entrepreneurs introduce changes in the community. So entrepreneurs only can changes in the community. How it can be possible? When the people are getting employment, so all will be equal. So their economic standard will improve. If their economic standard will improve, there will be a possibilities of social changes. So அப்போ ஒரு சமூக ரீதியான ஒரு மாற்றமும் வரதுக்கான வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்குது. Entrepreneurship leads to economic growth. So you know that entrepreneurs are help to improve the economic growth of the country. So even in our country, private sectors, that means the entrepreneurs are the major reason for the economic growth, economic development of the country. The entrepreneurs support other entrepreneurs. You can see it even in Coimbatore or Tirupur or some other places. Why many industries are there? Because one industry will support to another industries. So that is called as a entrepreneur support other entrepreneurs. So because they need some things, they want to start somebody to manufacture that product, and they will take it from that product to their business activity. So this is the chain of the entrepreneurship activities. So entrepreneurs support other entrepreneurs. Then another important thing is that is the functions of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship பணிகள் என்னென்ன அதை பார்க்கலாம். So innovation and creativity, you know that we already discussed. Innovation ecosystem, research and innovations. Lot of innovations are there nowadays. It is very popular. Once upon a time, people were thinking about the science. The science transformed into technology. The technology now it transformed into innovations. Innovation and creativity. What is the difference between the innovation and the creativity? You see that when we want to create new opportunities or new process and new methodology, that is called as a creativity. Innovation means you find out new goods and services. So when innovation and creativity are joined together in entrepreneurship activities, it will be the benefit to the society or to the country. So innovationும் கிரியேட்டிவிட்டியும் ஒரு நாட்டில் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த நாட்டில் ஒரு நல்ல வளர்ச்சி உருவாகும். So that can be done only by the entrepreneurship. தொழில் முனைவோர்கள் தான் இந்த இன்னோவேஷனையும் இந்த கிரியேட்டிவிட்டியும் உருவாக்குறாங்க அல்லது உருவாக்குது. This is one of the important functions. Then risk taking and achievement. The another functions of the entrepreneurship is risk taking and achievement. What are the different types of risk? Financial risk, job risk, social and family risk, mental health risk. These are all the risk. If you ready to take this kind of risk, then only you can become an entrepreneur. So financial risk, what is that financial risk? You need to invest some money. Suppose you want to start the business. You want to invest, it may be some 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees. So you cannot say this 10 lakh or 20 lakhs will come back within 1 year or within 10 years, within 2 years. Sometimes there will be a possibilities of losing of this investment. Or sometimes there will be a possibilities of delaying of return on investments. So you must ready to face the financial risk. So this is one of the very important risk. Then job risk. Suppose if you are getting a job in a private concern, you will get monthly salary. Whereas if you start the business, you cannot expect any monthly salary for 1 year from your business, because this is the initial incubation period. In that period, you cannot get any profit or return. So if you get any return or profit, then only you will get the salary. So that you must be very careful. There will be a job risk in the entrepreneurship activities. Then social and family risk. You know that how the society will treat you or how the family members will treat you when you start the business. Even நீங்க வீட்டில் 3 வருஷம் படிச்ச உடனே நான் ஒரு கம்பெனில பிளேஸ் ஆயிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா your family members will be happy. உங்க ஊர்ல என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, பரவாயில்ல படிச்ச உடனே வேலைக்கு போயிட்டான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அதே 3 வருஷம் முடிச்ச உடனே நான் ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்க போறேன் அப்படின்னா என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, the first your family member will not support you. ஏன்பா தேவையில்லாத அதெல்லாம், ஸோ அது நமக்கு சரியாகாது. ஸோ லைக் தட் they will not allow, they will not permit you to start the business. How the society will speak about you. சமுதாயத்துல என்ன பேசுவாங்க பாரு, படிச்சு முடிச்சுட்டு வேலை இல்லாம ஊரை சுத்திட்டாலே, நான் அதை செய்தேன் இதை செய்தேன். So அப்போ you must ready to face this kind of risk, face this kind of criticism. எனக்கு அதை பத்திலாம் ஒண்ணும் இல்லை, ஃபேமிலியில என்ன விமர்சனம் பண்ணாலும் பரவாயில்ல, சமுதாயத்துல என்ன விமர்சனம் பண்ணாலும் பரவாயில்ல, I will do my business. நான் என்னுடைய பிசினஸ் செய்வேன், நான் இதைத்தான் பண்ண போறேன், I will do the business. You see that even taking cinema, or you want to become a photographer, or you want to become a chef, cooking master, or you want to start any venture or any small things, nobody will support you, nobody will encourage you. So we want to start the business. So that is called as a social and family risk. Then another risk is mental health risk. Mental health risk. This is very important risk. This is called as a physical risk. So mentally, physically, you must meet some risk. What is that mental risk? Because you have to work more time. There will be a mental stress because of you are responsible for all your success and failures. நீங்க ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்கன்னா உங்களுடைய பிசினஸ்னுடைய சக்சஸுக்கும் ஃபெயிலியர்ஸுக்கும் நீங்களே காரணம். So when you are responsible for your success and failure, what will be your mindset? உங்களுடைய மனநிலை எப்படி இருக்கும், உங்களுடைய மென்டல் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும். ஸோ அப்போ அது ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங்ஸ். தென் ஹெல்த். ஸோ யூ மஸ்ட் ஒர்க் effortless. You must work more than 12 hours or 20 hours for your business. If you are working like that, what will happen? Your health will also suffer. So you should also think about that. You must meet or you must protect your health and mental from any risk, anything. So that is very important functions. Then organization and management. So the entrepreneur itself a organizer. He is the organizer. He must be able to organize various resources. What are the various resources? That is the man, machine, manpower, materials. Man, you must be able to manage manpower. How to manage employees? You must know how much of employees are needed. What type of employees are needed, how to manage, how to retain. So this is also very important for your organization. Then materials. What type of materials you need, where to buy, what will be the cost. So that also very important things. Then machineries. If any machine is needed, so you must be able to operate. You must be able to operate the machine in a significant manners or in a convenient manners. So organization and management is also one of the important functions of the entrepreneurship. Then research. So the business, you want to become a successful business, there is a need of research. Research means search some things for the next step. Search something for the next step. Suppose you are doing some business. So what will be the next stage of your business? You should be able to understand. You see that when radio, so when TV were introduced, the radio were abolished. So TV வந்த உடனே ரேடியோ போயிடுச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த டிவிடி பிளேயர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இந்த டிவிடி பிளேயர் சிடி வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் டிவிடி பிளேயர் போச்சு. சிடி டாமினேட் பண்ணுச்சு. பென்ட்ரைவ் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் சிடி போயிடுச்சு. இப்போ என்ன ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா சிப்பு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பென்ட்ரைவ் கூட இல்லை. இப்போ கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங். இப்போ நோபடி இஸ் யூசிங் பென்ட்ரைவ். இப்போ கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங் அந்த மாதிரி சில டெவலப்மெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்துருச்சு. அப்போ டிவைஸே இல்லாம போயிடுச்சு. ஸோ அப்போ இதெல்லாமே ஃபியூச்சர் டெக்னாலஜிஸ், ஃபியூச்சர் ட்ரெண்ட், ரிசர்ச். யூ மஸ்ட் திங்க் ஆல்வேஸ். யூ ஹாவ் டு சுவிட்ச் ஓவர் த திங்ஸ். நான் இன்னும் ரேடியோ தான் மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணுவேன், நான் இன்னும் சிடி தான் மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணுவேன், நான் இன்னும் பென்ட்ரைவ் தான் மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணுவேன்னா நீங்க அதை பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்க வேண்டியதான். யூ கேனாட் பி a successful businessman. Okay. So according to the situation, you must search for new opportunities for your business. Then overcoming resistance to change. Overcoming resistance to change. You must be able to, or you must be ready to change, accept the changes. You must be able to accept the change. Change is unavoidable in our life. மாற்ற முடியாத ஒன்று. மாற்றம் வரும்பொழுது நம்ம மாறிக்கிடணும். Even you see that there were in the lockdown period, what was happened during the lockdown period? Many of the people, we don't know anything about Google Meet, Microsoft Link, or Zoom, or WebEx. We don't know anything about these things. But due to the corona or due to the lockdown, we developed, we adapted, we overcome to change the new technologies. இன்னைக்கு வந்து நமக்கு எல்லாமே தெரியுது. கூகுள் ஃபார்ம்னா எத்தனை பேருக்கு தெரியும்? கொரோனாவுக்கு முன்னால யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. Even teachers are not aware about these things, whereas now it is very common to all people. இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஆன்லைன் எக்ஸாம், அதுல ஃபைல் அப்லோட் பண்றது, கூகுள் கிளாஸ் ரூம், என்னெல்லாமோ நம்ம கத்து வச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ திஸ் ஆல் ஆர் தி overcoming resistance to change. So every person, not only the entrepreneur, every person must ready to change, ready to accept the changes. Then catalyst of economic development. So you must contribute something to the economic development of the country. So entrepreneurship is provide lot of inputs for the economic development. It provide employment opportunity. It provide, it meet the demand of the people. It distribute the income generation. It create lot of avenues. Lot of things will happen with the help of entrepreneurship activities. So it is all very important in the society. Not only in the society, it is all very important in the economy also. So this is something about the functions of the entrepreneurship. Then steps involved in entrepreneur. Suppose you want to become an entrepreneur. What are the steps you have to follow? Okay, நான் வந்து இப்போ ஒரு தொழில் முனைவரா ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு நீங்க முடிவு பண்ணிட்டீங்க. யூ வாண்ட் டு பிகம் ஆண்டர்பிரனர். இப்போ இதுக்கு என்னெல்லாம் நம்ம செய்யணும், என்னென்ன ஸ்டெப்ஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம இன்வால்வ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கலாம். The first step is search for a new idea. Search for a new idea. So you should think some new ideas for your business. ஏற்கனவே ஒரு பிசினஸ் இருக்கு, அதே பிசினஸ் நம்ம பண்றதை விட புதுசா என்ன மாதிரி பண்ணலாம்? Is there any new business is available? You see that nowadays in YouTube, young number of people are having some YouTube channels. கிராமத்துல உள்ளவங்க எல்லாம் என்ன பண்றாங்க, இன்னைக்கு வந்து சமையலை பத்தி யூடியூப் சேனல்ல போட்டு இன்னைக்கு லட்ச லட்சமா சம்பாதிக்கிறாங்க. மீன் பிடிக்கிறத உங்கள் மீனவன், மீன் பிடிக்கிறத யூடியூப்ல போட்டு அதை வந்து பிசினஸ் ஆக்கி இன்னைக்கு வந்து தமிழ்நாடு முழுக்க உங்கள் மீனவன் ஒரு கடையை வச்சு இன்னைக்கு பெரிய அளவுல கோடி சொன்னா மாறிட்டான். How it is? This is called as a search for a new idea. அப்போ what is needed? இன்னைக்கு நீங்க யூடியூப்ல பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா என்ன மாதிரியான கருத்துக்கள் அதிகமா யூடியூப்ல வந்து என்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள் வந்து மக்களால் அதிகமா தேடப்படுது அல்லது கவரப்படுது அப்படின்னு நீங்க பாருங்க. ஸோ மேஜரா வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா சமையல், அழகு குறிப்பு, உடல் எடையை குறைக்கிறது எப்படி, ஃபிட்டா இருக்கிறது எப்படி, சுகரை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது எப்படி, இயற்கை மருத்துவம். So these all are very famous. So even uneducated people are dominating in the YouTube with the help of this kind of things. இது புதுமையான முறையில், இயற்கையான முறையில் டீ போடுவது எப்படி அப்படின்னு நீங்க ஒரு யூடியூப் போட்டீங்கன்னா அதை ஒரு 1000 பேர் பார்ப்பான். அல்லது வந்து ஒரே வாரத்தில் உங்கள் சருமம் பொலிவு பெறுவது எப்படி அப்படின்னு போட்டீங்கன்னா அதை ஒரு 100 பேர் பார்ப்போம். ஸோ அப்போ டிஃபரெண்டா என்ன செய்யணும், அப்ப அது வந்து it is called as a search for a new idea. This is one of the very important things. N number of ideas you will have. உங்களுக்கே தோணும் இதை பண்ணா என்ன, அதை பண்ணா என்ன, அப்படி பண்ணா என்ன, இப்படி பண்ணா என்னன்னு. ஸோ அப்ப அந்த ஐடியாவை வந்து நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும், புதுசா கிரியேட் பண்ணணும், உருவாக்கணும். Then அடுத்த ஸ்டெப், the next step is the preliminary assessment of the idea. Okay, now you conceived one idea. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்குது. இப்ப இத வந்து preliminary assessment, அதாவது இது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், இது ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகுமா, இது மாதிரி யாராவது பண்ணிருக்காங்களா, இது மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருக்கா அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம வந்து அனலைஸ் பண்ணணும் இல்லையா. That is called as a preliminary assessment of the idea. அந்த ஐடியாவை பத்தி நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டடி பண்றோம், ஒரு அசஸ்மெண்ட் பண்றோம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப். Then another important third step is detailed analysis of promising idea. இப்போ அந்த அசஸ்மெண்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஓகே, இப்போ இந்த ஐடியாவை வந்து யூ ஹாவ் டு கிவன் இன் எ டீடைல்டு மேனர். இந்த ஐடியாவில் வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், இந்த பண்ணுனா சக்சஸ் ஆகுமா, சக்சஸ் ஆகணும்னா நம்ம என்னெல்லாம் செய்யணும், இதுக்கான பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கா, இதுக்கான ஃபியூச்சர் இருக்குதா, who are all the competitors of our product or service, இதுக்கு நமக்கு என்னெல்லாம் காம்படிட்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி you must collect the detailed information about your idea. அந்த ஐடியா சார்ந்த விவரங்களை நம்ம வந்து சேகரிக்கிறோம். Then selection of the most promising idea. இப்போ என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு 2 ஐடியாவோ பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, அதை வந்து அதுல ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஐடியா என்ன, அதுல எந்த ஐடியா will be more relevant, it is economically viable அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம வந்து யோசித்து அந்த ஐடியாவை நம்ம வந்து பயன்படுத்த போறோம். Then another thing is assembling the resource and personnel. Okay, நான் இதை செய்ய போறேன், I want to do this kind of business. Now the next question is, what are the resources and personnel are needed? எவ்வளவு வளங்கள் தேவைப்படுது, எவ்வளவு ஆட்கள் தேவைப்படுது, எவ்வளவு வளங்கள் எவ்வளவு ஆட்கள் தேவைப்படுது. You see that resource, it may be the money, material, machines. ஸோ அப்போ எவ்வளவு தேவைப்படுது அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ஐடியா பண்றோம். Then determining the size of the unit. இப்போ அடுத்த நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் இஸ் determining the size of unit. It means நம்ம நிறுவனத்தை வந்து ஒரு சின்ன லெவல்ல பண்ண போறோமா, பெரிய லெவல்ல பண்ண போறோமா. So there are 4 type of industries are there on the basis of its investment. ஒரு முதலீட்டின் அடிப்படையில இந்தியாவில் இருக்கக்கூடிய நிறுவனங்களை 4 வகையா பிரிக்கிறோம். மைக்ரோ, ஸ்மால், மீடியம், லார்ஜ். ஸோ மைக்ரோ, ஸ்மால், மீடியம், லார்ஜ். இப்போ இதுல வந்து எந்த சைஸ் ஆஃப் யூனிட்டை நீங்க வந்து செலக்ட் பண்ண போறீங்க. ஸ்மால் யூனிட்டா இருக்க போதா, மைக்ரோ யூனிட்டா, மீடியம் யூனிட்டா, லார்ஜ் ஸ்கேலா. ஸோ அதை வந்து யூ ஹாவ் டு டிட்டர்மைன், முடிவு செய்யணும். Then deciding location of business and planning layout. Where you want to start the business. Where you want to start the business. You see that nowadays, one person, he was worked as he worked in a software industry. He worked in a software industry. அவர் லட்சக்கணக்கில் சம்பளம் வாங்குறவரு. During that lockdown period, he came to his native place. அவர் ஊருக்கு வந்து என்ன பண்ணாரு அப்படின்னா, கழுத பால் பிசினஸ் பண்றாரு. ஒரு கழுத பண்ணை ஆரம்பிச்சு ஒரு 50 கழுதைய வளர்த்து அந்த கழுதையில இருந்து பால் எடுத்து அதை வந்து எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ணி இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு பெரிய சக்சஸ்ஃபுல் பிசினஸ் மேனா வளர்ந்துகிட்டு இருக்கிறார். யூ see that இதுக்கு வந்து என்ன ஒரு ஐடியா. இப்போ இதுல வந்து நமக்கு என்ன, நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி சொன்ன மாதிரி சொசைட்டி என்ன நினைக்கும், முதல்ல போய் கழுத மேய்க்கிறான் பாரு, அப்படி கழுத மேய்ச்சிக்கிட்டு அலைகிறான் பாரு. நிறைய எஜுகேட்டட் பீப்புள், those who have worked in a software industry, they were started ஆட்டு பண்ண, மாட்டு பண்ண, பன்னி பண்ண, இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் வச்சு இன்னைக்கு வந்து பிசினஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அப்போ you have to deciding the location, where to start the business, எங்க இந்த பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். So that may be depends upon your business. சர்வீஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியா, மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியா, மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியா. இப்போ சர்வீஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரினா ஒரு சிட்டிக்குள்ள நீங்க ஆரம்பிக்கலாம், நோ ப்ராப்ளம். whereas if it is a manufacturing industries, you need large space. அது வந்து ஒரு சிட்டிக்குள்ள கிடைக்குமானா கிடைக்காது. அப்ப நீங்க ஒரு அவுட்டர்ல போய் ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க. இந்த அவுட்டர் வந்து இட் வில் பி கன்வீனியன்ட் ஆர் நாட். ஸோ அப்போ அதெல்லாமே வந்து யூ ஹாவ் டு டிசைட். தென் சவுண்ட் ஃபினான்சியல் பிளானிங். ஃபினான்சியல் பிளானிங்னா என்ன? இப்போ சப்போஸ் யுவர் பட்ஜெட் இஸ் 10 lakh rupees. So you want to start the business, your budget will be 10 lakh rupees, whereas you have only 1 lakh rupee or 2 lakh rupees. Remaining 8 lakh rupees you need. Where you will get it? Suppose if you are going to approach the banks and financial institution, they will ask a lot of formalities. Sometimes they will give or they will not give. They will give only based on your proposal. If your proposal is good, definitely they will give. Otherwise, where you can generate money. Now, lot of funding opportunities are available. You know that crowdfunding. There is one new funding opportunities is called as a crowdfunding. இப்போ இன்னைக்கு சினிமாலாம் இப்போ உங்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு நல்ல சினிமா கதை இருக்குது, அது வந்து நல்லா இருக்குது, ஆனால் அதை வந்து ஒரு 50 லட்சம் 1 கோடி ரூபா தேவைப்படுது, உங்கள்கிட்ட அந்த பணம் இல்லை, உங்களை நம்பி ஒரு ப்ரொடியூசர் வந்து அந்த படத்தை எடுக்கிறதுக்கும் தயாரா இல்லை. அப்போ என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, யூ கேன் கோ ஃபார் தி கிரௌட் ஃபண்டிங். நிறைய படங்கள் வந்து கிரௌட் ஃபண்டிங்ல தான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து தயாரிச்சு வெளியிடுறாங்க. கிரௌட் ஃபண்டிங்னா என்னன்னா, நிறைய பேர்கிட்ட ஒரு ஆளுகிட்ட 5000 ரூபாய் 10,000 ரூபாய் 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய் அப்படின்னு வாங்குறது. 1 கோடி ரூபாயை வந்து ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட கேட்டாதான் சிக்கல். அதே வந்து ஒரு ஆளுக்கு 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய் அப்படிங்கும்போது we can collect from 100 persons. So அப்போ அது வந்து that is called as a crowd funding. Then angel funding is there. Angel fundingனா நீங்க வந்து உங்க பிசினஸ் வந்து சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும், நல்லா இருக்கு, உங்க ஐடியா சூப்பரா இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, somebody is maybe in other countries, foreign countries will provide some financial assistance to you. அவங்க வந்து ஃபைனான்ஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. So அதை வச்சு you can do the business. Okay. Then another thing is the launching the business. அடுத்து என்ன பண்றீங்க? உங்க பிசினஸை லான்ச் பண்றீங்க, ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க. Then the next stage is managing the company. அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்க உங்க கம்பெனியை மேனேஜ் பண்றீங்க, உங்க பிசினஸை மேனேஜ் பண்றீங்க. So finally you will harvesting the return. Harvesting the return means அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் உங்க நிறுவனத்துல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு வருமானம் வருது. So these all are the process or the steps involved in entrepreneurship. So that you should understand, being an entrepreneur or starting the entrepreneurship is not an easy task, or it is not a single step process. It consists of multi-level, multi-step process. இவ்வளோ ஸ்டெப்ஸ் இருக்குது. இதெல்லாமே நம்ம வந்து கடந்தாதான் நம்மளால ஃபைனல் ஸ்டேஜ்ல என்னது நம்ம வந்து ஹார்வெஸ்டிங் பண்ண முடியும். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் சம்திங்ஸ் அபவுட் தி ஸ்டெப்ஸ் இன்வால்வ்ட் இன் entrepreneurship. Then another important point we have to discuss in this topic, that is the startup ecosystem in India. Startup அப்படின்னா, you know that startup is the flagship initiatives of the government of India intend to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startup in the country that will drive sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities. The government, through this initiative, aim to empower startup to grow through innovation and design. You see that these concepts were initiated by the government in 2014-15. Startup India, Make in India, Skill India. This kind of initiative, this kind of programs were initiated by the central government. Startup means to provide an opportunities to start the business. அதாவது புதுசா தொழில் தொடங்குறது, யங் ஜெனரேஷன் வந்து புதுசா வந்து தொழில் தொடங்குறத வந்து இட் இஸ் கால்ட் இட் அஸ் எ ஸ்டார்ட் அப். ஸோ அப்போ இந்த ஸ்டார்ட் அப் வர்றதுனால என்ன ஆகும்? இப்போ பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி எஜுகேஷன், because of the technological development, infrastructure facilities, the people want to start the business. So when they want to start the business, this is called as a startup. மக்கள் வந்து புதுசா பிசினஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க. முன்னாலெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா பிசினஸ் யார் பண்ணுவா? அந்த காலத்துல ஒரு கம்பெனில ஒருத்தர் வேலை பார்ப்பாரு, ஒரு 20 வருஷம் ஒரு 10 வருஷம் வேலை பார்ப்பாரு. அவர் என்ன பண்ணுவார் அப்படின்னா அந்த வேலையினுடைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை பேஸ் பண்ணி அவர் தனியா வந்து ஒரு கம்பெனி ஆரம்பிப்பார். So in the early period, most of the entrepreneurship activities were initiated by the early employee. ஏற்கனவே ஒரு நிறுவனத்துல பணியாற்றி இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒருத்தர் தான் வந்து தனியா பிரிஞ்சு வந்து ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிப்பார். ஆனா இன்னைக்கு வந்து அப்படி கிடையாது. That today the environment is not like that. So there is no need of experience to start a business. ஒரு அனுபவம்லாம் தேவை கிடையாது. நீங்க படிச்சு முடிச்ச உடனே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைக்குது, அந்த ஐடியா வச்சு நீங்க ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்ணணும்னு வர்றீங்க. அப்ப அது வந்து இட் மே பி இன் ஸ்மால் லெவல், இட் மே பி இன் ஏ சக்சஸ்ஃபுல் மேனர். அது வந்து பெரிய லெவல்ல வளர்ச்சி அடைறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது. அப்ப எப்படி இந்த இந்த வாய்ப்புகள்லாம் இன்னைக்கு இந்தியாவில் வந்து இந்த ஸ்டார்ட் அப்புக்கு அதிகமான வாய்ப்புகள் எந்த மாதிரியான கிடைக்குது அப்படின்னா, எமர்ஜிங் மார்க்கெட். நவ் இட் இஸ் த ஓப்பன் மார்க்கெட். So what you think in your mind, that should be commercialized or that should be realized. நீங்க என்ன மனசுல நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அது வந்து நடைமுறையில நடக்கணும். அப்படி ஒரு 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 மைண்ட் செட் வந்து இன்னைக்கு இருக்குது. So market is very very large. So every day the market is emerging. மார்க்கெட் வந்து இன்னைக்கு வந்து வளர்ந்துகிட்டே இருக்குது. நிறைய தேவைகள் உருவாக்கிக்கிட்டே இருக்குது அல்லது தேவைகளை உருவாக்குறாங்க. அப்போ என்ன ஆகும்? We need lot of startups. We need lot of entrepreneurship activities. So that is one of the important reason for increasing startup in our country. Then increased political will and government support. You know that now the central government want to create lot of support to the startups. வந்து அரசியல் ரீதியா இன்னைக்கு வந்து நிறைய தொழில் தொடங்குறதுக்கு அரசாங்கம் வந்து நிறைய ஒத்துழைப்பு கொடுக்குறாங்க, நிறைய சலுகைகள் கொடுக்குறாங்க. So this is also one of the reason for increasing the startup. Then technological innovations. Due to the technological development and technological innovations, the new innovations and new startups are emerging. Then changing perception toward the entrepreneurship. So அதான் நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்னேன் இல்லையா, ஒரு ஒரு தொழில் ஒரு பிசினஸ்ல இருந்து அங்கிருந்து பிரிஞ்சு வந்துதான் தொழில் தொடங்கணுங்கிற கண்டிஷன் இல்லாம ஈவன் directly you can start the business. That is called as a changing perception towards the entrepreneurship. So many youngsters, many students were started the business without any experience. So that is a very important thing. You see that these are some of the very famous startups in India. Grid, Vernacular, Paramasivan, Digi Insurance, Meso, Grow, Nika, Udan, Dream, Swiggy. So n number of startups are there. These are some of the top 10 startups in India. So these startups were created or developed by a single persons or group of persons in a short span of period. So in that startup, there is one concept is called as a unicorn company. Unicorn company. So 1 billion invest 1 billion rupees US டாலருக்கு மேல இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அதை வந்து நம்ம யூனிகார்ன் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். ஸோ அதுவும் இந்தியாவில் வந்து நிறைய ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் வந்து இருக்குது. இப்போ வாட் ஆர் த சேலஞ்சஸ் ஃபேஸ்டு பை தி இந்தியன் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்? இந்த இந்தியன் ஸ்டார்ட் அப் என்னென்ன சேலஞ்சஸ் எல்லாம் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுது அப்படின்னு பார்க்கலாம். த ஹையரிங் குவாலிஃபைடு எம்ப்ளாயிஸ். த ஹையரிங் குவாலிஃபைடு எம்ப்ளாயிஸ் that is the India is facing not unemployment problem. So unemployability problem is facing. இன்னைக்கு வேலையில்லா திண்டாட்டம் அப்படிங்கிறது இந்தியாவில் கிடையாது, வேலைக்கு செல்ல தகுதி இல்லாதவர்களின் திண்டாட்டம் தான் இருக்குது. So even now the companies are not able to find out the qualified employees. ஒரு திறமையான தகுதியான எம்ப்ளாயிஸை வந்து தேர்ந்தெடுக்க முடியாம ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரகிளா இருக்கிறாங்க. You know that our education system is very poor compared to the developed countries. Only 20% of the engineering graduates are capable of employment or they have skill to be a employment. remaining 80% of the graduates, engineering graduates, are not fit for any employment. இது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. Then funding opportunities in our country is very poor compared to the developed countries. Because here, if you want to get the fund from the government agency, it is not easy. It consists of lot of formalities, and there should be a recommendation and influence. Otherwise, you will not get a grant from fund from any banking and financial institution. So this is one of the very challenging challenges faced by the Indian startup. Then complex policies. We have n number of policies, schemes, procedures, and systems. So when we follow this kind of policies and procedure, it will take a lot of time. For example, you want to start the business, you need to get more than 30 certificates from various agencies, environmental agency, likewise, you have to get lot of clearance from various agencies. So this is one of the very important things. Then lack of marketing strategies. Marketing strategies is also very poor. The people are failed to sustain their business only because of marketing strategies. Our marketing strategy is not good when compared to the Western marketing strategies. Then not able to compete with the big companies. Suppose you want to start the business, small business, you are not able to compete with the big companies. That will be very, very important challenges faced by the Indian startups. Then factors affecting entrepreneurship growth. What are the factors are affecting entrepreneurship growth? So you know that there are 5 important factors are affecting the entrepreneurship growth: economic factors, social factors, personality factors, psychological factors, and cultural factors. Economic factor means the economic how that economic systems and the economic infrastructure will disturb the entrepreneurship development. In India, though we are developing country, but there is a need of some kind of infrastructure facilities to start the business. This is some economic factors, GST, or the GST is also not the major reason many of the business is not successful, because the GST is more. Then other economic factors also influencing the growth of entrepreneurship development. Then social factors. Now in India, the people are not ready to start the business because of the mindset of the society. The society is always think about the employment, not about the entrepreneurship. So this is also one of the important factors. And personality factors. The personal factors are the personality factors. We are not able to take challenges, risky. We are not able to take challenges or risk to start the business. Then psychological factors. So psychological factors may be the self or by the parents or by our family members, how they are dealing or how they are approaching the entrepreneurs, or they are discussing the entrepreneurs. That is also one of the important factors. Then cultural factors. Our systems and culture and tradition is always favored to be a employee, not be a entrepreneur. So these are some of the important factors affecting the entrepreneurship growth in India. So here some of the institutions for entrepreneurship development. So in our country, lot of institutions are available. These institutions can be classified into financial institution and a non-financial institution. The financial institution, you know that many institutions are there. IFCA is there, SIDBI is there, State Finance Corporation is there, commercial banks are there. They are all providing financial assistance to the entrepreneurs. And apart from the financial institution, some non-financial institution, that means they will provide some technical support, marketing support, training support, like that. the National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. This is one of the very famous institution which promote entrepreneurship activities in our country. Then Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, you know that. This is also a very famous entrepreneurship development institute which provide training, awareness and developmental programs relating to the entrepreneurship. The National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs, Indian Investment Center, Technological Consultancy Organization, which means this institution will give only technological consultancy to the entrepreneur, small and medium entrepreneurs. Then commercial banks, of course, all the commercial banks are giving financial assistance to the entrepreneurship under the priority sector lending. Then in addition to the above, some of the institutions, that is the National Institute of Small Industry Extension Training, Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, Center for Entrepreneurship Development, Small Industry Service Institute, Entrepreneurship Development Cells at various IIT engineering colleges, IT, even Institution Innovation Council. This is also one of the institution for entrepreneurship development. Then Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Park, District Industry Center, so Mavata Tolil Mayam. So every district there is a district industry center which provide trainings, support for entrepreneurial activities. And also some of the NGOs in district level, block level, they are concentrating, they are creating awareness, and also they are giving training to the entrepreneurial activities. So in this view, so entrepreneur is very important part. We discuss a lot in the field of the entrepreneurial activities. So when you want to become an entrepreneur, you must need to take challenge. You must be a innovator. So யார் ஒருத்தர் entrepreneur ஆக முடியும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு ரிஸ்க் டேக்கிங் கெப்பாசிட்டி இருக்கக்கூடிய, ஒரு புதுசா எதையாவது சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய, ஒரு ஒரு சமூகத்துல ஒரு சேலஞ்சஸை மீட் பண்ணக்கூடிய பர்சன்ஸ் கேன் பிகம் அ ஆண்டர்பிரனர். ஸோ அப்போ இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு இன்வால்வ் திஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ், இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ஒரு சேலஞ்சஸை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய, ரிஸ்க் டேக்கிங் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு பர்சனா இருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, ஸோ வாட் வில் பி த பெனிஃபிட் டு யூ அண்ட் டு த சொசைட்டி? தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங்ஸ். ஸோ த சொசைட்டி வில் கெட் மோர் பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் தென் யூ. நம்மளை விட நம்ம சமூகம் தான் உங்களால வந்து ஆண்டர்பிரனர் ஆகிறதுனால அதிகமா பயனடைய முடியும். ஸோ யூ கேன் கிவ் த எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் டு மெனி பீப்புள்ஸ். In the presidential address itself, your principal said the students should not be a job seeker, so they should be a job creators. So if you can create a lot of jobs to the youngsters, நீங்க வந்து நிறைய பேருக்கு ஒரு வேலை வாய்ப்பை கொடுக்க முடியும். So that is the purpose and aim of this kind of programs. So when you involve in any kind of entrepreneurial activities, of course definitely there will be a risk, uncertain and some problems, but you can come over and you can be a successful entrepreneur in your life also. So with this I conclude. If you have any doubt and clarifications, you can ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
So please, students, please raise any questions.
Students, give your feedback. Students. 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 Sir, actually your session was very useful for us, sir. So you're saying a lot about entrepreneurship and the various sources of funds which are available for an entrepreneur, and he should not be taken as an only entrepreneur, but all the factors which are behind him. So your session proved to be useful for all the students as well as for us also, but we think that it's too late for us to go for a startup now. Students,
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, I want need about
you
technology.
introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is S.U. Gokul, sir.
Mm.
First year MBA, sir.
Very good.
Sir, I want to know about technology startup, sir.
Yeah, technology startups.
Yes.
Yeah, very good questions. You are studying MBA in finance or
Okay, sir.
systems?
Sir, now first year, sir.
No, you are first year.
Yes, sir.
So you are studying first year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know that nowadays the technology is the major tools for any kind of entrepreneurship activities. N number of opportunities are available to become a technopreneur. That is the technology-based entrepreneur. Even with the help of your mobile phone, you can become an entrepreneur. You know that. So you can create lot of softwares, or you can create some apps which will be very useful to the society or to the needed people. For examples, you are the MBA students. You know how the MBA students are. What are the problems are faced by the MBA students for getting the job? Okay. So for that purpose, you can create or you can develop a software or a apps exclusively for MBA job seekers or exclusively for entrepreneur. Those who want to become an entrepreneur, they can use this kind of apps or softwares. So in that way, you can be a technopreneur in your career.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Students? Okay, Devi, you proceed.
And why
Devi?
about the entrepreneur, startups, and funding institution on this session? It was very useful for us.
That there is a beginning, there is an end, and now we are at our end of the section and cordially invite Dr. M. Bhaskar sir, Head of the Department, Business Administration of UG, to propose vote of thanks.
So very good morning to one another present here. I deem it's great honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. It gives me an immense pleasure to thank our Honorable Chairman, Lion Dr. K.S. Rangasamy, MJF, beloved Vice Chairman, Mr. Srinivasan sir, and respected Executive Director, Ms. Kavita Srinivasan Madam, in absentia. My sincere thanks to our today's chief guest, Dr. C. Paramasivan sir, Assistant Professor and Research Advisor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Thanthai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science, Trichy, for gracing today's webinar with his inspirational speech. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my thanks to our beloved Principal, Dr. V. Radhakrishnan sir, for your wonderful support and guidance in conducting this webinar in a successful manner. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my thanks to our organizing secretaries and teams of this webinar. My hearty thanks to the heads of various departments and staff members for your presence in this webinar. Last but not least, I'd like to thank all the students and participants for making this webinar a grand success. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you very much for your
Thank you,
support
madam.
and for
Thank you
your
for your
sparing time for us.
opportunity.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.